Have you ever looked in the mirror and said, "Wow, I am beautiful"? I have. Now, I know you might be thinking, "Whoa, she's super confident." Or you're probably thinking, "That's weird. Why would she even talk to herself in the mirror like that?" Trust me, I would have asked myself the same question. Never in a million years would I have believed it if I were to tell myself that I was complimenting myself, nor would I have thought that it was possible to regain my self-esteem and confidence back. Why? Today, we'll be discussing a matter that has profoundly impacted me and countless others: the experience and trauma of being bullied. We will discuss the enduring impact on bullying on mental health, my personal experience with bullying, navigating adversity in the entertainment industry, understanding depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, exploring the fight or flight response in PTSD, and rebuilding our self-esteem. Together, let's explore how we can overcome these adversities, educate others on the importance of mental health, and regain our self-confidence back. As many of you know, bullying comes in many forms: physical, verbal, and social. The most severe consequences of bullying are the development of post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, panic disorder, and depression. You see, the scars of these experiences, both visible and hidden, accompany us into adulthood. It affects our self-esteem and the way we perceive the world around us. It affects our perception of self-worth. Well, effects can be immediate, alarmingly, but it can infiltrate our personal and daily lives, even at a tender age. Imagine being a young soul full of dreams and hopes, only to have them shattered by the cruelty of bullies. As heartbreaking as it sounds, this was and still is a reality for many, including myself. Let me take you down memory lane. For as long as I can remember, I loved going to school. I didn't even cry on the first day of school. I remember running around during playground, having fun in art class, and absolutely loved every single second of studying literature. Everything was great until 6th grade. My social world changed drastically. My closest friends with whom I shared laughter, dreams, and lunch breaks suddenly distanced themselves. I vividly remember eating lunch in the bathroom stall, at times in my homeroom with my teacher. I was called all types of names when I received a teddy bear on Valentine's Day. I was getting death threats and had to be supervised by my own counselor walking to my school bus after school. My friends wrote 100 reasons why they hated me on a long red piece of paper, sat me down, and proceeded to read 100 reasons why they hated me. My heart raced. I felt like I was suffocating, yet I listened. Someone anonymously wrote a shame mail on different ways to kill me and had sent it to everyone in middle school. Not to mention, I was also physically attacked because of a rumor someone started. These are just the few experiences that I'm willing to share with you all today. Now, you might be wondering, why did they target me? I wonder too. I tried blocking out their words and attacks, and some days I succeeded, while some days I failed. My innocence and smile started to fade, and I started believing what was being said about me. My self-esteem was shattered, and I no longer viewed myself as the girl that I once thought that I was. My outlook on life changed, and I was no longer the same girl that I used to be. At this time, I had entered the entertainment industry as a singer. I met my long life best friends. I would attend rehearsals with a smile on my face. And when I stepped on stage, it seemed as if all my troubles had faded away. Singing and performing was my escape. But as the digital age unfolded, so did the dark side of our internet-connected world. Hateful comments and malicious messages flooded my online spaces, and it felt like the very platform that was meant to amplify my talent and art was being weaponized against my self-esteem. Body shaming gave me lasting scars, and it affected my personal and professional life. The negativity made me question my own abilities and self-worth, almost pushing me to retreat from the industry that I love. Thankfully, I had a supportive system and a boy who made it his mission to look out for me. At the tender age of 14, I experienced my first love, a bond that blossomed into a beautiful relationship. He became not only my best friend, but my boyfriend, and we navigated our ups and downs of adolescence together, leaning on each other for support and companionship. However, circumstances changed and our paths diverged. The relationship that once brought comfort and joy came to an end, and losing him as a partner was heart-wrenching, but losing my best friend was an agony that cut even deeper. The weight of this loss was crushing, and it felt like I no longer had my best friend to turn to. This profound loss triggered a cascade of emotions that led me to depression. Major depressive disorder is a battle that consumes your every thought, emotion, and ounce of strength, deeply affecting how you feel, think, and behave. It is a mental health condition that causes a persistently low or depressed mood and a loss of interest in activities that once brought joy. Persistent feelings of sadness, loss of interest can interfere with a person's day-to-day life as well as their relationships with others and can affect performance at school and work. Typical episodes and symptoms occur most of the day, nearly every day for at least 2 weeks, while symptoms in persistent depressive disorder occur for 2 years or more. Symptoms may include sadness, emptiness, and hopelessness. You see, depression is not just a merely feeling of sad and blue, but it's an unyielding emotional weight that suffocates deeply. The sun may be shining outside, but within it's an endless night. For those who have severe depression, each day is an arduous journey. The relentless whisper of self-doubt run deep, and the simplest tasks become insufferable. Even the act of getting out of bed feels like a battle. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was having seizures, hyperventilating, and I was suicidal. My mom saw how much pain I was in and immediately sought help. And that's when I found out that at the age of 15, I was not only diagnosed with severe depression, but also with post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, what is PTSD? PTSD is a complex mental health condition that can manifest in intrusive thoughts, memories, flashbacks, depression, anxiety, and emotional numbness. It's a psychiatric disorder that stems from various traumatic experiences, such as abuse, accidents, or events. You see, the torments and scars doesn't merely end when the bullying ceases. Memories of traumas replay like an unending nightmare, shattering my sense of safety and peace. It left me fearful, and I felt like everyone was targeting me, no matter their intentions. I learned through therapy that it's natural to feel afraid and scared after a traumatic situation, because fear is a part of our body's fight or flight response, which helps us avoid or respond to a potential danger. Now I want to dive a little deeper into the fight or flight responses and its intricate connection to PTSD. The fight or flight response is a primal survival mechanism ingrained in our biology. When faced with a threat, whether real or not, our bodies release a surge of hormones, preparing us to either comfort or flee the danger. Our heart rate quickens, our muscles tense, and our senses sharpen. However, in the case of PTSD, this natural response becomes a double-edged sword because trauma rewires our brain, disrupting the delicate balance of our fight or flight mechanism. The slightest triggers can send individuals spiraling into an adrenaline-fueled response. This heightened state of alertness becomes an invisible battlefield where the enemy is no longer present, but lingers in the depths of the mind. To combat this relentless struggle, therapy plays a role. Through various therapeutic approaches, you can learn to rewire your neural pathway, gaining control over your fight or flight responses. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy guided me to confront my fears and reestablish a sense of safety. It has been 17 years since I have been diagnosed with PTSD, severe depression, and multiple mental disorders. And to this day, I continue seeking professional help by talking to my psychiatrist and taking proper medication. My scars are not always visible, but they are undeniably present. It's important for us to understand the effects that bullying and hurtful remarks extend far beyond the confines of schoolyard or workplace. But despite my constant flashback and darkness that overshadowed my path, I found my strength to fight. Rebuilding confidence became a mission of self-healing, growth, and self-love. I slowly realized that the confidence is not about having a shield against criticism. It's about acknowledging your vulnerabilities, embracing your uniqueness, and it's understand that the world will always have opinions, but you have the power to define your narrative. Today, I surround myself with a supportive network that understands me. I compliment myself and remind myself that I am worthy. I engage in activities that nurture my soul and reinforce my talents. I practice self-love and self-compassion. And through resilience and support of my loved ones, I emerge from the shadows, and I refuse to let the bullies and keyboard warriors define or crush my dreams. I finally reclaimed my confidence and vowed to advocate for a kinder world. Let us be the change makers, advocating for a society where no child or adult has to endure with the pain of being bullied, where mental health is a priority, where everyone can build their confidence and emerge stronger from their struggles. Let us foster empathy and compassion for those battling with their invisible scars. Let us advocate for accessible mental health facilities. Together, we have to understand that mental health is as important as physical health. Conversations about mental health are vital steps towards a more compassionate world. Together, we can break the stigma and create a supportive environment where seeking help is not only encouraged, but is also celebrated. Thank you.